good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Majors Live here on TMSNX Radio, the Majors.net. I'm Adam Hernandez. With me, as always, is Dorf. Shawn to my right. Everybody, what's going on tonight? How's everyone doing tonight? A little rainy, a little wet.
It's fall effect.
Yes, it's nice and cool. And 60 degrees.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. I love it. One of the best times of the year, right?
That's my favorite time of the year.
My favorite.
Yeah, I get to pull out my flannels.
Shawn, you wear flannels almost year round.
No, I don't. I'm not gonna die of a heat stroke and it's 70 degrees.
You're almost. I mean, you did kind of trim the beard.
I trimmed it. Yeah,
that's right. You were you had
that
to
was
look
a
presentable
wedding,
because
yeah.
you were in a
Come
wedding.
on, that's gonna make you trim the beard.
He did trim the beard, and
it'll be back within like 3 weeks.
I mean, you would normally be classified as what is known as a lumbersexual. So
I'm disappointed in you, Shawn.
Yeah. No.
What do you mean you don't have cut off flannel shirts to make it like t-shirts?
What, you don't have
The sleeves cut off?
Yes.
Crudely with a knife?
Yeah. It's my gutting knife.
Where was the wedding at?
It was in Wyandotte, right off the river down there.
Oh, come on, that's fine. You can have a full-on beard. If you're going to a wedding up north, would you have kept?
No, I was in the wedding. Like I was, but
He wasn't just attending. He was
right. I was like a groomsman.
So,
and we all had to trim our beards.
it was like Matt Patricia.
I know when I first got the job.
Do you ever see that meme of?
You got a haircut too.
Yeah, I know. It's weird.
Holy cow!
I know.
Did you ever see that Matt Patricia meme of him? I think it was like right after the Patriots won the Super Bowl, and it was like your Instagram picture, and then there's one of him at the Lions presser when he's getting hired.
Pictures you're tagged in. Yeah,
and it was in the one at his presser is like, here's your LinkedIn profile.
yeah.
But it's true though. I mean,
No, my favorite thing of Matt Patricia, I know he's only been in the Lions head, our local teams here, head coach for a couple weeks, regular season time. It's still him after that last Super Bowl victory coming off the plane back in with the Roger Goodell clown T-shirt on,
the Barstool one,
the Barstool Roger Goodell clown shirt.
Yeah,
that's still the best.
Yeah, that's funny. And now the guy has a job as a head coach in the NFL.
I don't know if they sell those anymore, but if they go back up for sale, I might get one.
Might get one. Yeah. Speaking of Matt Patricia, tonight the fan question is: will Matt Patricia end the streak of unsuccessful Belichick head coaching disciples? Because to tell you the truth, I can't think of one Belichick.
They all are below 500.
Yeah, they are all.
I mean, Eric Mangini flamed out. Romeo Crennel flamed out.
Charlie Weiss.
Charlie Weiss flamed out.
Charlie Weiss wasn't a good college coach either.
No. Josh McDaniels is going to get a second chance here at some point.
He's had it twice and walked away from it.
Yeah.
He had a job last year and he said
he had the job with the Colts. What was the time before that?
The Broncos.
Yeah, he got fired.
No, I'm not talking the Broncos. I forget the offseason before there was another one. I'm pretty sure.
Because he was rumored to go to the Lions too.
Yeah.
At one point. Like, I remember the whole rumor with the Lions is that he was holding out until that job became available.
Well, I mean,
I don't know if
the
that's
Colts
true
job for sure. He was like, they landed the plane and he was in town to sign the contract and apparently Robert Kraft got to him and said, whatever they're giving you plus some.
Yeah, and you don't have to worry about the entire team.
Yeah,
you just have to worry about
just
the
keep being
offense.
the OC.
I'd take that all day, every day. Till you get your feet wet a little bit more. I mean, he's a young guy too. He's not going to sit there.
I think he's in his 40s.
Yeah,
so.
he's only in his early 40s.
I mean, coaching wise, that's
might as well be an infant.
Yeah, I mean, you have another at least 20 years.
Yeah, before he's a head coach.
Yeah, he's 42.
Yeah, that's plenty of time. Yeah, why not? Keep on learning. Stay,
especially learning from Belichick.
Well, there's no. I mean, we're going to be talking about the Patriots here in a little bit, but there's no telling how long Belichick's going to keep going.
Right.
I mean, the agreement there could have been, and I know this is kind of old news, but the agreement there could be, hey, the team is yours after Belichick leaves.
Right.
Again, which could come anytime.
Definitely could come anytime.
But we're going to talk about the
By
Patriots.
the way, Josh McDaniels was a GA at MSU.
Oh, was he?
Yep, 99.
Where'd he go?
John Carroll.
Oh, really?
It's a Division III school in Ohio.
Those Division III schools. Patriots. Anyways. But that's the question tonight. Will Matt Patricia end the streak of unsuccessful Belichick head coaching disciples? Next up, our blow-by-blow. Josh Rosen is going to be replacing Sam Bradford as the starting QB down in Arizona.
It's not a shocker.
No, it's not. It seems like, I don't know.
It was going to happen sooner or later.
All of the guys are in. We've got Rosen starting in Arizona now.
No, not all of them.
Who's the other one?
You're forgetting in Baltimore.
Oh yeah,
Jackson.
Well, yeah,
that's
Flacco's
right.
actually been playing good.
Flacco is feeling his seat getting warm and has given them no reason to look the other direction.
That's fine though.
That's what you got to do.
No, and Flacco's a good guy. You probably want to learn from. Been in the year a long time, or the league a long time.
Has a Super Bowl.
Has a Super Bowl. I mean, obviously knows how to win, knows how to get shit done. So
that would be even
why not?
more funny now that Jimmy GQ there in San Francisco is done for the year. I said yesterday, immediately after, Nick Foles better be looking up real estate listings in San Francisco because he's probably going to get dealt now. But that wouldn't be another bad one. RG3 possibly San Francisco, or hell, Ravens want to go crazy. Joe Flacco,
Just trade him.
Trade him over. Yeah.
Trade him over.
Let the Lamar Jackson era begin. But then, actually, believe it or not, if you actually look at some of his tape, he's nowhere near ready to be an NFL QB, especially when a team's prepping for him. He's not ready. And the Ravens are what, 2-1 or 3-0?
2-1.
They're 2-1. Yeah, 2-1. The last thing you want to do is blow a solid start like that, especially how bad Pittsburgh's playing in your own division.
Right.
And roll the dice with the rookie when you don't have to.
Who do you guys think has been the most impressive thus far when it comes to the rookie QBs playing?
I would Josh Allen, because I had the lowest rookie expectations for him. I would say Baker Mayfield, but he's only played like half of football.
Yeah.
And Josh Allen, despite there being absolutely no offensive talent around him, especially now that Shady McCoy's hurt, the fact that aren't they somehow? No, they're 1-2.
Yeah,
but,
they just went out and beat the Vikings.
I mean, they beat the Vikings.
Destroyed
the Vikings
and
in
Allen
Minnesota.
had 3 touchdowns, passing, 2 rushing.
No, it was 1 passing, 2 rushing. But
that's what I just said, didn't it?
Yeah, you said 3 passing.
Oh, did I say 3 passing? My bad.
Yeah. I had the lowest first year expectations for him. I always thought that Josh Allen had the lowest floor and highest ceiling out of everybody in that draft class. The fact that he's not dead yet is a testament to kind of a little bit of his ability there, because that offensive line. Oh God. And the worst part is they're not even the worst one in football.
No.
And it's not even close.
Who is it?
Texans are really bad.
Texans is
Oakland is really bad.
No, Oakland's better than they're playing.
Okay.
Arizona's terrible.
Dallas.
Giants.
I don't think Dallas has been looking that good either.
They're okay.
Dak, I'm telling you, Dak's coming back to earth. Well, not coming back to earth.
Who called that a year and a half ago?
You did, yeah.
Right here.
I love it too. I love it.
Pittsburgh's not playing that well, but
Pittsburgh's offensive line isn't very good.
Yeah.
I mean, David DeCastro's fucking a badass, but other than that,
you could even say New England's offensive line.
New England's offensive line is gross.
Yeah.
Indianapolis's offensive line is gross.
There's a lot of them.
Cleveland's offensive line is gross. Detroit's offensive line is gross.
They should be better, though.
Yeah,
they should be absolutely better.
They should be a lot better than what they are, actually. I mean, they've invested plenty in that offensive line, and it hasn't come to fruition yet.
Yep.
You're talking about Jimmy Garoppolo out for the year today. What was it? Was it
ACL tear?
Interesting choices there. Interesting points that you're bringing up, Dorf, about where they go to. Who was their backup in San Francisco?
CJ Beathard.
Okay.
He did start a handful of games for him last year.
Yeah, and did really bad.
Dude, he was a 4th round rookie out of Iowa.
He did bad.
But
the fact that he knows how to throw more than a post or a slant coming out of Iowa is a miracle.
But I mean, you have to wonder what San Francisco's going to do from here on out.
Obviously, they actually came out and said today that they don't plan on bringing competition for the starters role for Beathard.
No, I saw that they're bringing in Tom Savage to.
Yeah, well, they need another QB. They only kept 2, so they need a body.
That Nick Foles thing is very intriguing, though. I just can't see it happening considering how much money they have invested in.
Well, and here's the other thing: they gave Foles a kind of nice little. He's the highest paid backup.
Uh-huh.
They gave him a contract extension in the offseason. Like, I'm not convinced that they'll ever move him.
They need to, though. I mean, with Carson Wentz coming back,
You might be able to get a pair of twos for him.
To do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You do it. You do it in a second.
But isn't Foles' contract extended over 2 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to be fine for going to San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you don't know when Jimmy G is going to be back.
Right, exactly.
He'll be back week 1.
I would say this is basically the same situation as Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz went down in week 15.
I know, but I'm just saying it's a situation like you don't know how long it's going to be to come back.
No, I'd flip him.
So you trade 2 rounds to San Francisco.
I get it. Well,
or and
here's the other thing.
You ask for two twos.
If you're John Lynch, you need to look yourself in the mirror. Do you really have a shot to compete this year?
No.
Then don't do anything.
Yeah,
that's true. No, that's the most important thing out of all of it.
But if you think you have a shot, although I really don't think they do with the Rams in the division.
No.
Unless they go for the wild card, but
good luck.
I think
they just don't have the skill position talent to hang.
No. I mean, you look at the division too. You have Arizona, who sucks.
Yeah.
You have Seattle, who sucks. San Francisco sucks, and you have the Rams. Probably the best team in football.
Yeah, absolutely.
Other than that, you look at all the other divisions. Are any one team out of the NFC North better than the bottom 3 in the NFC West?
No.
Mm-mm.
Sorry, what? Were you asking if anybody in the North is worse than anybody else in the West?
Than any of the bottom 3 in the NFC West?
No, the NFC North is significant.
Is better.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, looking at the NFC East then.
Nope.
So Cowboys worse than
Cowboys are
all
about Cowboys are about equal to. I would put them about equal to San Fran.
No, okay.
Philly's better.
Washington's better.
Washington's better,
mm-hmm.
and the Giants are equal or slightly below.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so in that case, the wild card is not.
What about the South?
Oh yeah, the South.
Yeah, the South. Like you have
what,
14.
Houston, Tampa, New Orleans.
Tampa, New Orleans.
No, it's Tampa, New Orleans, Carolina, and Atlanta. It's not Houston.
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry. AFC.
Yeah,
I was gonna say wrong.
No, they're not getting a wild card spot.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. So in that case, yeah, if you're John Lynch,
you punt.
Yep, you punt on the season, and
it's not like you have a generational talent really anywhere else that you're going to lose in this next offseason that you have to take a shot. I mean, this isn't like the last year of Todd Gurley and you know you're going to lose him.
Yeah.
This isn't the last year of, I don't know, Ed Reed in his prime and you're going to lose him.
Mm-hmm.
Where you got to take it. You got to make a run at it.
No, you're absolutely right.
Sam Bradford might be available here too.
How long is he going to be hurt for? Is he out next week or are they just... I didn't see.
I'm not sure. It's one of those that you probably won't find out the extent of what's going on with him until Wednesday or Thursday.
Is Drew Stanton still in the league?
Yeah, he's back up in Cleveland.
Yeah, he is.
Is he back up in Cleveland?
Well, actually, he's third string. He was inactive this past week.
Yeah, third stringer in Cleveland.
Is Drew Henson still in the league?
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
Speaking of injuries, Didi Gregorius done for the year.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
Yeah, oops.
Forgetting to, neglecting to add depth to your organization at the trade deadline, even though Didi's been hurt twice already this year. Oops.
Iglesias was out there.
Yeah, well, he's hurt too. Not that would help.
Yeah, but I mean, who knows? If he would have went to another team, he might not be
Iglesias
hurt.
was available. Yep.
Yeah, you never know if the stars would have lined themselves differently if that was the case.
I mean, they're still going to be okay because they'll shift Gleyber Torres over to shortstop and then put like Neil Walker or Tyler Wade at second base, and they'll be fine. But
they're probably going to do Neil Walker with more experience in the playoffs.
Well, at the same time, Neil Walker's actually played very well in the second half too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, wherever they put him in right field a lot. He's played some first base.
Mm-hmm.
Neil Walker will be more than adequate at the bottom of the lineup playing second base for him.
He's just turned into a better Don Kelly, his brother-in-law.
You guys were talking about this earlier, but the Yankees are looking to extend Andrew McCutchen. Good question, though. You guys were bringing
Where the
up.
fuck is he going to
Yeah,
play defense at?
Where's Andrew McCutchen going to play?
The only way he's gonna they're gonna platoon him and Stanton at DH and wherever they don't put Judge at.
That seems like the only logical solution.
Because he can't play. I mean, you could probably get away with him as a center fielder in Yankee Stadium full time, but like, can he cover that massive outfield? Well,
Not anymore. If he was like 5 to at a full time basis, McCutchen not
3
anymore.
3 years ago, sure.
Yeah, as I'm saying, not
Playing
right
a
now.
shit ton of games at Fenway, and then obviously.
Well, I mean, in the biggest outfield in pretty much all of baseball in San Francisco, they didn't trust him to do anything more than right field.
Right.
Yeah.
Now,
No,
the division is full of bandboxes
Mhm.
where the majority of your games are played, but still, do you? And what are you gonna do with Aaron Hicks? I know his batting average hasn't been all that great.
He's still gonna have to be the center field. He's the only one that can be able to cover the out unless they somehow re-sign Brett Gardner.
Gardner's done.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, there's no Hicks.
done in New York.
Hicks has to play center field.
He's like 36, man. He might be done. Period.
I bet he gets a job.
Yeah,
he'll get a job.
He'll get another
Mm-hmm.
1
If he wants it.
2-year deal somewhere. Anyways, anything else
He's
you got?
30, yeah, he just turned 35.
Oh, he's 35?
Brett Gardner is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's still got a couple
Yeah,
years
he's
left
got
in
a
him.
couple years left.
I don't know, man. Worst year since he was a rookie, late season call up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, he's not gonna play.
Barely hitting above the Mendoza line with no power, man.
Yeah, he'll find a spot. He still has a full-time bench player. I mean, look how long Chase Utley was around
That's true.
for.
He's still around.
Yeah.
He's still around.
I have one more thing to go. I want to ask you guys before we move on.
What?
If Fitzpatrick has another good game tonight?
I don't think they're making a change.
I don't think so either. I don't. Yeah, I'm saying.
Wait, you're talking Ryan Fitzpatrick. Whether or not I can put Jameis Winston
Yeah,
back
if
in?
he'll be back next week.
No, they already said that. They already said
that he's
yeah,
not.
they already said that he's.
So,
not.
so what do you think they do? Like that could be another name to go to the 49ers, Winston, if they're gonna want to keep.
The only problem with that is
That's a lot of money just to be on your bench.
Jameis is under contract for a while.
I know.
You just signed Garoppolo to a massive extension. You can't spend $50 million on quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's true.
You ain't gonna do it. You're right, though.
Unless they trade
And plus,
Fitzpatrick.
the poison pill of trading a largely guaranteed contract like that and the cap hit and the dead cap that you have to hold on to as the trading team. Lee.
Then what about Fitzpatrick? Do you think they would trade Fitzpatrick over there? They would probably
No.
now.
They're 2-1 as well. They're trying to win now.
Yeah.
But if Winston's going to be your future, don't you want him on the field?
I don't know if he's going to be their future.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So what's the point? I know, try to do something,
Well,
eat some of the contract or something.
You can't do that in the NFL.
I think. I mean, well, it's a shitty situation. Who went 1-2 with
Mariota
Jameis? Okay, Mariota.
who also sucks.
Yeah. Again, you could see that coming though. What a horrible draft that was.
Yes.
Here you get Mariota and
Actually,
Jameis
the
Winston.
only. Ooh.
I thought Winston only had
Jameis is only under contract
for 2 more years,
for
right?
next year.
Oh, see.
Okay.
So,
I think you do it then.
Because his fifth. Well, here's the thing. Next year is a 5th-year option off the rookie first rounder.
mm-hmm.
It's only guaranteed for injury. So the Bucs already picked it up, it looks like. I think they can cut him. And not owe him a dime. Because it's only guaranteed if he's hurt.
Because it wasn't only like a 4-year contract.
Well, rookie
Which a
contract.
rookie
Rookie
deal,
for
yeah.
guys taken in the first round as rookies. They're 4-year deals.
Right.
They're pretty much all guaranteed, and then there's the 5th-year option, which they have to accept or decline at the end of year 3. It's a huge escalator in money because he's going from his cap hit this year is just under $8 million. It's going to 21 next year.
I think it's an interesting scenario to bring up there, Shawn.
Mm-hmm.
I say do it.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, obviously you see that Fitzpatrick's the better quarterback, obviously. And the team is the chemistry with the team with Fitzpatrick right now is unbelievable right now. Like, he brought Deshaun Jackson's life back.
The thing is, though, is he was a first-round pick. He
hasn't been awful.
He hasn't
He's
been.
had a good career.
He hasn't been. Well, he's still young too. I mean, he's just finishing up.
He's 24, by the way.
Yeah, he's
guys.
still finishing up his rookie deal. I mean, it's not as easy as Tampa Bay just saying, "Oh, we got our man in Fitzpatrick. Let's go ahead and trade." Because Fitzpatrick has been
Ryan Fitzpatrick is ancient.
Yeah, he's a journeyman too.
But he's been good. He's not been awful.
He's been good. The thing is,
he goes in and gets the job done. He fills in for like a backup.
He's been good this year. I mean, the thing with Ryan Fitzpatrick is the wheels can fall off at any time.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it.
As you've seen at every stop.
Yes.
I don't know. Did you see I believe it was a graphic that Uproxx made? It was it's a wheel of Ryan Fitzpatrick's career, and it's essentially. I'm gonna keep talking real quick. I'm gonna pull it up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's an interesting scenario, Shawn. I mean, the more I think about it, I don't know if Tampa Bay is in their right mind to do it. Just because, like we said, picture this: Ryan Fitzpatrick has another good couple of weeks. All of a sudden, the wheels completely fall off. If you trade Jameis Winston now, where the hell are you? What are you left with at the end here? Besides Ryan Fitzpatrick and nothing else.
Right. I'm going to see who their third string quarterback is.
They probably don't have one.
I'm just saying.
Well, they probably have one right now. They have one after this.
I mean, their third. I mean, it doesn't matter who their third string quarterback is. I mean, it's not like it's Andrew Luck or something like that.
Yeah.
But I just can't see. I mean, the more I think about it, the more I think that the Tampa Bay probably shouldn't do it, just because of the sole possibility of you playing with fire in Ryan Fitzpatrick right now.
Well, their third string is Ryan Griffin.
Yeah,
who is nobody. He's never thrown a snap.
I don't think it's gonna work out.
Yeah, but I understand. I think that would be something. Yeah.
If I'm Philadelphia, I'm calling up
Lynch.
Yesterday and saying, "Hey,
I got Nick Foles.
I've got Nick Foles. What are you offering to give me for Nick Foles?" That's what I do. But then again, if I'm John Lynch, I don't think I could win this season anyway, and I'm not going to be wasting draft picks or anything like that because, quite frankly, I thought what Jimmy Garoppolo did last year coming in, winning those 5 games, I thought that was pretty fluky.
Yes.
I don't think. I mean, I think water has found its level with San Francisco, and they're playing in a division with the best team in football in the Rams right now. So I think Lynch is probably better off just holding on to his cards and seeing what happens with numbnuts there at their third stringer or second stringer or whatever, and just finishing out the year, seeing what they can do. Did you find it yet, Dorf?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I'm trying.
All right. Well, we're gonna go on. We're gonna move on to our bitches and badasses this week. There we go. Whatever. Badass this week. I'll go ahead and take it first. My badass this week is Tiger Woods. We're gonna be talking about him in a little bit. Winning his first tournament since 2013. Yesterday, winning the Tour Championship, 11 under, 1 over for the final round. But yeah, Tiger Woods, everybody. Badass of the week. Shawn, go ahead.
I'm taking after Patrick Mahomes, quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Lame, such an easy pick.
Dude, man, we haven't been on the air for what?
Tiger Woods was easier.
A few weeks, and I wanted to pick him the first week.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
it's debatable.
What?
Mahomes?
How is that? Yeah, what's wrong with him?
Badass?
No, there's nothing wrong with him. No, I'm saying it's just like his start is like the greatest in NFL history.
I know. And that's why I'm picking him as my badass, and it's been phenomenal, dude.
No, that's fine as your badass. I'm wanting to know what Dorf is saying here. Are you saying it's too good to be true?
No. What I'm saying is it's not as far apart from it being the layup for badass of the week from between Tiger Woods and Pat Mahomes as you think.
Oh, okay.
That's all I'm trying to say.
What a dick! What a dick! Gosh!
Hey, I always pick someone slightly out of left field.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead, just go.
All right, sorry for raining on your parade, Shawn. All right. My badass this week, and it has been for a little bit here, is Le'Veon Bell here. Dude's doing the right thing for him. It's bullshit how the Steelers have treated him. And
Elaborate.
really, you want me to elaborate? Okay. Pretty much anybody else throughout the entire history of the NFL after the production that he's had would have gotten paid already. Mm-hmm. The fact that it's no secret that he will not come back because they can't franchise tag him again next year means that they're going to give him the ball 7,000 times this year and destroy him, which is going to destroy his future earning potential in the NFL. Dude is right. You know, it's bullshit the organization turned his teammates on him publicly, and it's bullshit that people don't respect the fact that the man is going to be a cripple probably in his 50s. He needs at least, you know, and he understands that. And he needs to get paid for that, and the only way to maximize his payday is to do exactly what he's doing. Sorry, guys. Yeah, you know, no one should make that much to play a game. Bullshit. He's worth, you know, he's walking away from $14 million this year to probably make 70 or 80 in his next contract. It's smart business move. It's smart for him. Bad on the Steelers for making this happen. You're ruining the best thing you've had since young Ben Roethlisberger, and ruining that relationship that you won't be able to keep him around here in the future because you're petty.
No, it's a good point. Mm-hmm. Very good point. I like that. And I totally agree with you. I think that, I didn't have any problems with what Le'Veon Bell was really doing anyway.
How do you like the whole, you know, as the Steelers are kind of in trouble here, nipping at each other's throats, and he's posting pictures on a jet ski in Miami, living his best life, you know?
Well, a few weeks ago when he was posting the pictures of him getting like the lap dance.
Yeah.
Or the, and his wife was there too with him at the strip club. You remember that?
I didn't.
There's just you know cash all over the floor. It's on the majors.net if anybody wants to go take a look at it. Just go. I missed that. Yeah. Just go search for Le'Veon Bell. Quick question for you though, Dorf.
Yeah.
Do the Steelers deal him?
They can't.
They can't?
No. They technically don't have a contract with him. He has to sign the tender to have him deal.
Okay, but they can work something out, and then.
If I'm Le'Veon, I'm not doing anything until I get the extension I want. And I think the best way to get the most money is just to get to free agency.
So at this point right now, it's beyond.
It's either the Steelers offer him a fuck you money, or I don't think he plays this year.
I'm wondering though if he even wants to go back the way that the organization.
No, absolutely. Why would you want to go back there? You know, flat out that if you return and you walk back into that locker room, they're going to, they need you to compete this year. You are going to touch the ball 45 times a game.
And he is not even close to being ready for that.
Well, it'll destroy him.
Yeah, I'm saying
nobody should be, no running back in this league is able to handle that workload. That's not uniquely Le'Veon Bell here.
No.
And because they know they won't be able to retain his services next year, they have no reason to not destroy him. I can't blame him. The only way that, that he ensures that doesn't happen is he gets that giant contract extension, but I think that that ship sailed. Turning his teammates on him in the media? Come on.
Yeah, if it would have happened, it would have. If they were going to give him a contract extension,
it would happen already.
It would have happened by now.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we're entering week 4.
You're throwing games by not getting this guy in house here.
Mm-hmm.
You're costing yourself valuable opportunity. I mean, you don't tell me they don't beat the Browns week 1 with Le'Veon Bell.
Oh, they absolutely do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They absolutely do.
And they don't. Well, I don't know about the buzzsaw in Kansas City in week 2, but you don't tell me that they don't blow out Tampa Bay tonight with Le'Veon Bell.
And he's not the only one, too. I mean,
Antonio Brown's not happy.
Happy.
So brief aside on the Antonio Brown comments. I don't think that was like I'm frustrated here, trade me. It was I think it was more of a compliment to Ben Roethlisberger. Like, I would do this, anywhere. Trade me and find out. Not I want to get out of here. I'm disgruntled. I read that as no, I'm just this good. I'd be putting up these numbers anywhere. That's how I interpreted that before I even read anything else, because I saw that on Instagram.
I felt the same. I felt.
I was like, well, that was more of a bitch, you calling me a system guy?
Yeah,
no, I'd do this anywhere. Mm-hmm. That's what I read that as. Not, I'm not happy here. I went out.
Mm-hmm. Seeing it all over the place though too. I mean, Earl Thomas and Seattle.
He didn't even show up for practice this week.
No, he's showing up for practice. He's just not practicing.
Can't blame him.
It sounds like he's just sitting on the sidelines and not going in.
Can't blame him.
But then there's that report too of the Cowboys coaches coming up to him and asking if he's ready for a trade tomorrow.
Yeah,
now,
I saw that.
I don't know. I mean, Earl Thomas.
That's tampering if that's real.
If it's real,
that's
it absolutely
tampering.
Absolutely. But as of 8:03 p.m. Eastern time here,
Earl Thomas is still a Seahawk.
Yeah, Earl Thomas is still a Seahawk. I mean, there's no way you can prove one way or the other if the Cowboys coaches actually said that.
Hey, man, people have been fined, suspended, or worse with less proof. See Tom Brady and deflated footballs.
Well, that's Tom Brady, though. That's Tom Brady and the Patriots.
It's the NFL, man.
And Tom Brady.
It's where the rules don't matter, and they're just making them.
What I'm saying is Tom Brady and the Patriots already embarrassed the NFL in court prior to that.
Yeah.
And at that point, it just became a dick measuring contest. So
it's always been a dick measuring contest.
Well, even more so a dick measuring contest. Anyways, though, bitches. Dorf, go ahead.
All right, my bitch this week is John Gruden. I'm going to coin this term right now. Bobby Valentine syndrome. A guy who was a decent coach before, went to the broadcast booth and forgot, as a now going back to a on-field coach. He's no longer a broadcaster. This game has passed him by. The Raiders are fucked. Yes. Because they owe him, $8 million a year for the next decade? Mm-hmm. And, oh, by the way, the entire pro personnel department there in Oakland just wants to fucking quit. So. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you know what? They had a
and they're
decent...
bad! Dude, he cut, their last, 3 years second and third round picks. Guys who were, high, mid-grade quality starters.
You know what? They had a decent guy in Jack Del Rio, too, who seemed to kind of be turning a corner there, getting things back on track with himself, coaching-wise. They weren't committed to him in any sense of the term. Not nowhere near what they were at John Gruden.
Reggie McKenzie put together a damn good team, and all of a sudden, Gruden's got fucking control.
Yeah.
No, that was typical Raiders move right there. That's
the Davis family move.
Yeah, that was a Davis. That's drafting Sebastian Janikowski where you did over again.
The Polish Hammer has been a valuable member of the NFL forever.
Yeah.
Watch your mouth. He's a saint.
You get what I mean. You get what I mean, though.
You ever want any good laughs about Pat McAfee stories about him? By the way, if you haven't started listening to Pat McAfee's podcast, it's fucking great.
What do you say about?
Sebastian Janikowski apparently. So this is after McAfee was found, drunk in the canal in Indianapolis or whatever. The next time later in that year, where McAfee and Janikowski are in the same field, said thank you for forever stealing my reputation of being the drunk kicker throughout the NFL. Matt Prater and I thank you. Because apparently Janikowski just
hammers him.
Oh, he likes liquor quite a bit.
Not just beer, but liquor.
Oh yeah,
he's a big boy. Well, look at him. He has millions of dollars. He kicks field goals, and he's good at it. So he's gonna drink liquor.
He was good at it.
Huh?
He was good.
Well, he was.
He still is. He's making 68 yarders in warm-ups in Seattle the other day.
Shawn, bitch.
My bitch is LeBron James and Ryan Coogler. Ryan Coogler is the director of Black Panther. Dude, come on, there's no need for a Space Jam 2. LeBron, if you're
They will make LeBron wants it. I think this is called LeBron Jam.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm
half convinced he chose the Lakers so he could be in LA to shoot this movie.
Right. It's like, come on, man. I'm like, quit chasing Michael Jordan. Just create your own stuff, man.
Coach Walton, I'm not going to be at practice today.
We're filming an animated
movie. We're over at the
movie.
back lot down the street. We're filming Space Jam. I'm not going to be to practice tomorrow because I have a press conference about Space Jam.
Well, LeBron wouldn't do that.
I know he wouldn't. That was
Going to?
he wouldn't.
LeBron's better than Michael Jordan. There, I said it. He's better.
Well, the NBA game is filled with so much more talent now than it was.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it.
It's no one will ever win as many championships as Jordan because the league is so much better.
Yep.
There's so much more talent now that you'll never be able to go on a run like that.
LeBron is so much more of an all-around better player too than Kobe.
The only way you will ever see a run at championships like that, dump the salary cap. Get rid of it
Yep.
entirely.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Because then somebody can buy
Everybody.
8 championships in a row.
Yep. And it would probably be the Lakers or the Celtics or
Knicks.
the Knicks.
Mhm.
One of those.
They still find the Dolan family still find some way to fuck it up.
Yeah. The Knicks.
Yeah.
Was it Dolan?
Yeah.
One of the worst owners in all of sports.
You might be the worst owner in all sports.
He's up there. You're like obsessing over the Space Jam thing. Though.
I am. It's bothering me so much.
Someone
Did you-
insulted your sacred teachings here.
No,
or something?
I hate it when they try to not remake, but they make sequels years and years and years down the road, and it's like
Somebody
it's not
insult-
the same.
You know, I
It
don't-
irritates me.
I'm going to say something bad here. I've never seen Space Jam.
I've never seen it either.
High five. Thank
Really?
you. Not alone.
Yeah,
I would expect that from Dorf.
And I've got
you?
another unpopular opinion here locally. Coney dogs are gross. Now that that's off my chest,
It's just this revelation hour now.
Yeah, wait, you might be careful walking outside this door when we
I
leave
know.
here because you might have
we got hunted down.
some type of Coney dog clan out here ready to attack you.
yeah.
I mean, when I ate meat, I liked Coney dogs. I'm not with Dorf on that one, but I haven't seen Space
I
Jam.
love
and
Coney
I
dogs.
actually no desire to see Space Jam too.
I've eaten 16 Coney dogs at once.
That's disgusting. Did you like shit solid at all in the next calendar month?
No, it was funny. It was after a softball game. We went up to a bar. And they were like 75 cents to Coney with a drink.
Oh,
So I just ate like
Shawn.
I could have kept on eating more, but everybody wanted to leave.
Oh, good God.
How was the bowl afterwards?
It was normal, a normal everyday one.
Your poor gut.
Well, you said he could have kept eating more.
Yeah,
so
I could have.
Okay.
you feel
in
sick
order to
after
make
that?
No, I did not feel sick
in order
at
to
all.
make Coney's that cheap, you know what kind of grade of hot dogs those are?
I don't care. They tasted good. They taste like a hot dog. They're a hot dog.
All right.
Says no one but Shawn.
My bitch this
For
week.
those who are maybe not local, Coney dogs are a hot dog with chili, mustard, and raw onion.
I don't
diced
put
up.
onions on mine. I don't like onions.
So Shawn doesn't eat real Coney dogs, but
You can
their
have
stuff,
Coney dogs without
chili.
onions.
It's not good chili either. It's chili sauce.
Yeah, it's just
so it's
sauce.
not good chili.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not.
It's like juice and meat.
It's like what's left over at the bottom after they scoop all the good shit out of chili.
It's not even. It didn't even start out though as good chili. It's,
Yeah.
It's,
It was shit chili. It was the
paste.
leftover.
It's paste. That's
Yeah.
what it is. It's paste.
With something vaguely,
and
meat.
spices.
There's a difference too between Detroit conies and Flint conies.
We're not starting that war.
But there is though. There's
Yeah.
a difference.
Just regular yellow mustard and diced onion. Not a big fan of mustard, the chili shit, and raw onions I could live without.
Okay, Chicago dog, coney, or the New York style,
What's the New York style?
like sauerkraut and
Okay. New York style is fine. Not my go-to. I love them. Chicago dogs are fine. Same thing. They're great. I'll have one when I'm in Chicago, just from a street vendor because that's what you do. But I'm not making either of them at home. Independently. Unpopular opinion time number 2. Best hot dog is a plain hot dog.
What's
Nothing
the
on
one
it.
with the coleslaw? What one's that? Is
That's your New York one, isn't it?
is it?
I don't think so.
No,
Or is that kraut and
no. Sauerkraut's the one.
Sauerkraut.
Yeah, ugh.
I don't know if any of them have.
Yeah. There's one with.
whatever?
Whatever.
You can put anything really on a hot dog, I'm sure.
My bitch this week though is Minnesota Vikings after the thrashing they took
Ugh.
the hands of the Buffalo Bills this past week, and
Just couldn't do anything right.
no, they couldn't. They couldn't. Dorf was crying too over the performance of Captain Kirk.
Can't blame him. Can't really say a lot of it was Kirk's fault. Couldn't do anything right, offensively, defensively, or otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Well, if we're talking about guys who are fucking back, because Buffalo Bills, I'm not saying they're back.
Whoa!
Um,
Do not offend the mafia, they will find you and they will throw you through a table.
They will find
And they
me.
will. You'll be
and
laying next to Jimmy Hoffa.
They will find me, and as soon as they wake up,
They will shotgun a couple beers with you and jump off your roof and through a table.
Yep. Tiger Woods, though, like I said earlier, wins the Tour Championship, finishes 11 under for the tournament, 1 over for the day. First tournament win since 2013. I'm going to go ahead and say this is the culmination of a year of rising success for Tiger Woods. Just because this is no fluke from Tiger Woods. We've seen a rising, steady success from him essentially the entire year. Not only is this good for Tiger Woods, but this is the best thing that golf could ever ask for. Is Tiger Woods coming in, winning the Tour Championship? Because does anybody know who came in second in Tour Championship?
No.
No, it was like Brett something.
Brett Snedeker?
No.
Oh.
I forgot who, but it doesn't matter.
You know who won the FedEx Cup on the same day?
Well, I know who, but
We do, but does anybody else?
Probably not.
That'd be Justin Rose.
Yes.
He won $10 million.
Yep.
It was Billy Horschel who came in second.
Yep.
Billy Horschel.
Came in second. You know what Billy Horschel's done throughout his career?
Won $972,000 yesterday.
Do you know what he's done before that, though?
He's been pretty relevant. I, as a guy who will not watch golf on the weekends because I would, it's the best sport to take a nap to. I know who Billy Horschel is. I mean,
but he's done
relatively relevant. Let's put it that way.
He's done basically nothing, though.
Yes.
His entire career. I think this is probably his
high water. I don't know if I'm sure he's won something at some point.
No,
Is he
he's won
South
something.
African?
Yeah, he's American.
Is he American? Okay, I thought he was South African for some reason, but I'm sure he's won something at some point.
You want to know some other unpopular opinions, though?
Sure.
Jordan Spieth, who gives a shit? Jason Day, I like him. He's one of my guys out there. Nobody cares. Rory.
Yeah.
If Rory was anything,
Rory spoiled his chance a couple years ago.
If Rory was anything, that was going to get people to eyes on television sets, butts and seats, it would have happened by now. Sorry. DJ. Nope. Sorry. Nobody cares.
Did you say Jason Day?
Yes, I did.
That's the first guy I mentioned.
Lefty. Nobody cares.
Phil's old.
He's old too. All the other third tier guys.
It's
Bubba Watson.
It's a miracle with Phil's back that he still is able to play a relatively full schedule.
Nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit about any of those guys unless you are tuned in, diehard golf fan.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody cares. Golf needs this more than anything. Ratings are up over 180% for the Tour Championship this year over last year because of Tiger Woods. And you know what? Tiger's going to have his haters. He's going to have, people cheering against him. But you know what? Those people cheering against him are going to watch. They're not going to care if Tiger Woods.
Hate watch.
They're going to hate watch Tiger Woods. And they're not going to hate watch if Tiger doesn't either A, make the cut or if he's play at all, or if he's not playing, or if he's like in 20th place or something like that. Nobody gives a shit. People only care if Tiger is in the top 5 and gunning for the tops of the of whatever tournament he's playing in. And you know what? It doesn't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he's playing in a major or if it doesn't matter if he's playing in some run of the mill tournament in Iowa or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
If Tiger Woods is playing,
there's tournaments in Iowa
probably, and he's playing well, and he's challenging for the lead.
I mean, there's a tournament in Wisconsin that's in an old rock quarry.
Yep, people are gonna care. Nobody cares. I'm sorry, but you know what? Nobody cares about Jordan.
Is Michigan getting a tournament back yet?
Don't they have? I mean, they used to have the Buick Open.
Yeah, they used to have, but they stopped that a few years back.
Oakland Hills, yeah.
Yeah, they haven't. I don't think they have anything yet.
But am I wrong in that? Does anybody care about Jordan Spieth?
No,
really?
No, because Tiger is the face of PGA.
Nike made the worst decision ever to get rid of golf equipment. They'd be selling it hand over fist now.
Right,
they got rid of golf equipment.
Yeah, they haven't made golf equipment in a couple years.
Yeah, it's been a long time. like even like you said, Tiger does if he's
They
golfing.
make apparel still. They don't make equipment.
If he's not golfing, if he's hurt, or if he's he's still the face of golf, and he's always has been, and is never gonna change because he's been the best golfer in our era. Like literally, there's not been one golfer that's even come close to Tiger. Probably in all golf. Probably you could say Arnold Palmer was maybe the closest.
Well, I mean,
Jack
is
the bear.
I mean that's who Tiger's chasing right now. Still,
Well, who's the all-time tournament winner? Height is I forget who it is, but he's only like 2 back in career tournament wins.
is it because yesterday was his 80th tournament?
Yeah, the all-time leader is 82.
Okay,
I forget who it is. It's somebody you wouldn't think it is, but they were pretty good.
but
I remember that much.
But I mean, again, golf shouldn't be going for just like with any sport. I mean, you see this with any sport. I mean, golf isn't going after. They shouldn't go after the diehards. They already have the diehards. You're gonna get people. You're already gonna get your diehards
there
to watch.
needs to be like an alternative league, or like Web.com Tour needs to do like an alternate where like you have like student section style hecklers at every shot and see how tough these guys really are.
It's Sam Snead. Who
Sam
has the
Snead
most?
is the most. Okay.
I'm with you, Dorf.
Dude, that'd be so much fun.
They're actually talking about that. Like I think they're gonna call it like the World Golf Association.
Screw this like men's tournament shit. Like getting these guys' heads.
I agree.
It'd be hilarious.
I mean, yeah, Justin Thomas like
it'd be
kicked
good
somebody
television.
out because they said something after a drive.
I want people, using artificial noisemakers in the middle of your backswing to fuck you up.
You want Happy Gilmore?
Yeah.
No, I'm with you. That'd be great.
You suck.
Can you imagine that? No, I'm with
That'd
you,
be
Dorf.
hilarious.
I think that would be great. I think
Even if it's not like the traditional 4 rounds in a weekend style, even if it's just like
a Saturday Sunday, that's
a
it.
Saturday Sunday, limited field type thing, I think it would be, or some sort of like trick, timed like target shooting competition or something like. I think it would be great. Kind of, or even if the PGA Tour relaxed the rules like 2 weekends a year, kind of like how you have like all the ovals, and then all of a sudden you end up at one of the road courses in NASCAR, or Martinsville, where it's only a 6-degree bank in the corners instead of
road courses in NASCAR suck though.
But my point is that kind of change the pace to break up the monotony in the middle of the year. I think it would be great.
I think
how many of the big guys would just be like, "Fuck it, I'm not playing this weekend."
Probably
you make the purse.
You make it worth it.
You make it worth it because you know how many people would watch that tournament though.
Oh, to see like Dustin Johnson have a meltdown.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Tiger and Phil thing where didn't they like do like a $10 million
head to
head.
They
haven't done it yet.
Yeah, that's
I'm
happening
saying
in November.
I'm just saying like something like that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, pay-per-view isn't it gonna be like something like $20?
I think so. Can you imagine them like people with Dustin Johnson, like people like fans like holding up like cutouts of Paulina Gretzky while he's trying to putt?
I would like college game. Oh, I would love the college game day style signs all over the place.
Oh man,
be great.
That would be great. No,
Tiger comes around the 9th hole. There's a crashed SUV on the
there's a
side.
crashed SUV.
It's just smashed into a tree right
With
over there.
Elin.
Fatheads of Elin all over the place.
That would be awesome. Golf needs to do that.
Mm-hmm.
They need to do it. Anyway.
And totally. I mean, if over age 40 need not enter, just all drunk frat boys everywhere. Great.
And then every putting green is like a putt. Have obstacles on the putting
No,
green.
no,
you don't need to. You don't need to change.
The only thing that I want different is the crowd.
Yeah,
that's it.
Like be able to heckle the shit out of guys at all times.
Yeah. Yep. No, I think that's.
Now, I mean, you may want to limit like the jumping up and down and shaking the ground nearby the green or something, but
like an izzone type thing.
They can only go up to like 30 feet.
Well,
you can green.
Or one of those like you can do whatever vocally or visually, but you just can't be shaking the earth. I mean, we don't need Camp Randall at every. Oh, that would be even better. Just Camp Randall at every putting green. You guys ever heard about that? Camp Randall, where Wisconsin football plays.
Mm-mm.
The whole stadium shakes when they do jump around. Like,
Like if
Visibly shakes.
you can like down on the field, you can see all the coolers just going like this.
It's probably not safe.
No, like the stands, not just
Yeah.
the stadium,
Yeah.
like the ground inside the
You
field.
can feel it. Yeah.
The whole stadium shakes.
That's what they're saying. Like in China, if everybody in China jumped up and back down at the same time, it would put the Earth like.
It potentially could do something.
Yeah.
I'd love to see the physics on that, but I doubt that's true.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I think Neil deGrasse Tyson said it. Just kidding.
I mean,
It wasn't him.
I was gonna say Black Science Man says it, so it must be true.
But that's what I heard though. Not from Neil deGrasse Tyson, but someone else. Anyways, I do want to talk real quick though about last night's Lions game, and nothing really specifically from the game other than the Patriots. Just, I mean, they're 1-2 now. I know we're still early in the season, but the Dolphins are 3-0.
Dolphins were supposed to be in the running for the first pick.
Yes, Dolphins are 3-0. I mean, I don't know how many teams in the NFL make the playoffs when you're 0-2 to start, but
8%.
8%. I don't know what the math is at 1-2. I know we're talking about a different team.
You looking that up real quick?
What?
I will.
Okay, go ahead.
I know we're talking about a different team here. I mean, I know Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, and the New England Patriots are more they're not the rule, they're the exception. But it seems, I mean, you sit here and you look at the New England Patriots, who've been good for quite a while now. Tom Brady's old. He's over 40. You have to figure when are the wheels going to fall off? Has it happened? We talked about earlier in the show, or Dorf mentioned it, that New England offensive line isn't that good. They've always put together pieces of their defense with, I don't want to say chewing gum, but they never invest a lot into it.
So, wow.
What?
New England. So this is Football Outsiders, which is, Fangraphs equivalent for football. New England now has only a 21% chance of winning the division. They have a 41% chance of still making the playoffs.
Okay.
That's down 21.8% from last week.
Based off of last night's loss.
Correct.
They didn't look good.
No, they didn't have the ball.
No, New England, yeah, you're right, didn't have the ball.
They only ran 44 offensive plays, guys.
Eli Harold got to Tom Brady twice, I think, in that game.
Lions still only have a 14% chance of making the playoffs.
Couldn't run the football. Couldn't pass the football. I think Brady had like 133 yards total through the air. But like you were saying, they didn't possess the ball for very long. They got beat up last night.
Yes.
And again, not the Chicago Bears have the best percentage in the NFC North of making the playoffs.
Oh, really?
At 45.8%.
Oh. I don't know, you guys. Are we seeing the end here of the New England Patriots?
Possibly.
Well,
it's still early. Like the last time, what was it? Last time the Patriots started off 1-2. I think it was like 2012 or something like that. I was reading a while ago, but yeah, I'm like, they still have the talent there. They just
do they?
Yes, they do. Okay, they need another receiver. I think whenever Josh Gordon, if he stays smart off the field, when he comes in and Tom Brady and him, like that's what they need. They're lacking that one receiver.
What happens when Tom Brady goes?
They're screwed.
They'll have to burn it down and start over.
Yeah, they're just gonna rebuild.
Honest, dude, does him and Darth Hoodie ride off into the sunset together?
Yes.
If I'm them,
yes,
yes,
it'd be the smart move. Go out with a bang. The
bang might have been
over.
That's what I'm saying. This is the end of it. Go out with a bang and just don't make it any worse than it is.
Well, what do you? I mean, you're already 3 games into the season, though.
Mm-hmm.
No, he'll finish it.
Yeah, they'll finish it.
No, I'm saying they're gonna finish this season, but I'm saying
will Belichick stick around?
Belichick isn't going to
be allowed to stick around for a rebuild.
No. Well, he's gonna. I think he will have the choice to do that.
This is what's gonna happen. I bet you this is what is gonna happen. He's gonna retire after this year. Same thing with Brady. McDaniel's going to take over, but Belichick is going to be like some senior advisor, whatever, look over and basically still run the team, but basically technically won't.
I honestly think New England's going to have to grow a sack and cut Tom Brady because otherwise he will play if you let him until he's like 45, 46 years old. It's another 5 seasons. You might have to grow a sack and do it.
Thing with Tom Brady, he hasn't given any indication that he's going to retire.
I think he's given verbal that he wants to stick around forever.
Mm-hmm. And is that how much can you trust a
over 40-year-old quarterback?
Over 40-year-old quarterback. How long is it responsible to roll with an over 40-year-old quarterback? I know we're talking about Tom Brady, the best quarterback to ever play in the NFL.
It may not be responsible to do what they're doing right now with the backup QB being Brian Hoyer and no youth. Well, Danny Etling is not a real heir apparent.
But they traded all their youth. Mm-hmm. They traded all their youth or all their potential behind Tom Brady.
Jimmy Garoppolo, Jacoby Brissett. Brissett was never going to be like an elite NFL QB. Best case scenario, he's bottom third starter / quality backup, which is exactly. I mean, they got a second rounder for him, so quality trade there. But Garoppolo, I understand why they couldn't do it because they still thought Tom had a little bit gas left, and you were going to lose Jimmy before that gas ran out. They had to do what they had to do, but the fact that they didn't take that threat serious and take a QB early this year means the ownership may be committed to when this is over, we're going to have to burn this to the ground. We're going to have to start all the way over. We're going to have to purge because, quite honestly, do they have any young top-end talent on that team?
Mm-mm.
No, they don't.
Mm-mm.
They have young franchise-level players?
Mm-mm.
Nope.
And that's been but I mean, in all fairness,
they've won that way forever.
And that's the brilliance of Tom Brady.
But
and Darth Hoodie.
A generational player who's riding off into the sunset. Are you going to be able to do that without him?
No.
I don't think you are.
No.
Nobody else in the league.
They have to just, like you said, burn everything and just.
No, I mean you've seen what guys, and again, this has been the magic. This is what's been great about Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. The way that the way that they've been able to bring in these guys and mold them and shape them and turn them into something useful that results in championships.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look what happened. Look what I know. Wes Welker was old as dirt when he left, but still, Wes Welker probably would have been a hell of a lot more productive playing in New England than he did when he left and went to the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at the Lions. Trade away Kyle Van Noy to the Patriots.
Woo.
Kyle Van Noy helped them get to the Super Bowl last year.
Mm-hmm.
Starter right now.
Yeah, and the starter right now. He's playing last night.
Mm-hmm.
That's Kyle Van Noy. I mean, but yeah. I mean, eventually shit catches up with you. Nothing good lasts forever. And
I'm going to equate this to one thing here.
Go ahead.
This reminds me of the mid-2000s Detroit Pistons. They were winning in a fashion entirely different from the rest of the league, and they were successful with it. And they tried to hold on to that formula too long after the league passed it by. That's what's going to happen here. And look, the Pistons were the most dominant team of the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
Them and the San Antonio Spurs. Then 2007 rolls around.
They ended the Lakers dynasty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They ended the Kobe Laker dynasty.
And they kind of had co-dynasties running at the same time, although San Antonio was more successful.
They were a dynasty, I mean.
But a very nice close number 2 to San Antonio during the same era. They stopped building, they kept trying to build rosters in the same image.
They couldn't do it.
Despite the league changing how it did business.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't react to the type of athletes entering the league. And they've been bad for a decade following that. And they're still bad. No signs of coming out of that. You may have to, it may be a 10-year, no, this is the NFL. Rosters entirely change over within a 3-year period.
Mm-hmm.
It's unlikely that you'll have a 10-year dark age. But you look at a team like San Francisco.
I was just going to say San Francisco. I mean,
really hasn't had a franchise QB since Steve Young.
Mm-hmm.
Say what you want about Garoppolo. Kaepernick was a flash in the pan. Alex Smith was never good enough.
Mm-hmm.
He was always just and then he continues to be just kind of slightly better than that he was in San Francisco. But
No,
they have not had a franchise.
Alex Smith has found a good place right now. But that was after he left San Francisco.
Yes.
Yeah, he played pretty well in Kansas City, and now he's in Washington doing okay. I mean, it's only been 3 games in Washington, but we'll see.
So one thing about San Francisco with Jimmy Garoppolo, another guy out there right now.
You don't know what you have because he's played 6 games.
Another guy who I was thinking about, Colin Kaepernick.
I was waiting for somebody to say that. I really was. Because there's rumors that he's coming back.
Colin Kaepernick ended up back at San Francisco.
No, those bridges have been burned. I honestly think Colin Kaepernick has no intention of ever suiting up for an NFL game again.
Or, the baseball season's kind of winding down. There's always...
It's a gamer.
He's got a broken hand.
So?
Never stopped him before.
Yeah.
Hand surgery.
Plays still.
Tim Tebow's a...
New York Met in 2019.
Yeah, they did. And then announced their intention to... They're going to tender him a contract.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean he ends up sticking on a team after spring training. We'll see.
Such a hater. Anyways, though.
Hey, man. Knocked 6 years off his age. The dude's a legit prospect. I'm not joking. If Tim Tebow puts up those numbers in AA that he did last year as a 23, 24-year-old, he's considered a legit prospect. He just happens to be 30. Oh, shit happens. We'll see.
All right, quick round table here. Is this the last year of Bill Belichick with the Patriots?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. I believe so.
Nope.
Why no?
I don't think Robert Kraft has the balls to fire him.
I'm not saying he's going to fire him.
I don't think he's going to fire. I think Belichick is going to retire. He's going to
say, "Fuck it, I'm out."
Yes, I really do believe so. Because to be honest, I don't think the Patriots will make the playoffs.
How old is he?
Belichick is probably in his early
66. He's got a Google machine right
now. Yeah, I was gonna say he's probably in his early 60s. I would say.
Could he totally pull a Jim Leland and just say, I'm going to do what the normal people might do, retire?
Mm-hmm. He is 66.
Pick up stakes.
Mm-hmm.
He might. I just don't think this year's the year. By the way, Fitzmagic already has a touchdown.
I know. He just threw it to Cameron Brate.
Yep.
Shawn?
I believe that Bill Belichick is going to retire this year. I'm I don't.
Bill Belichick.
I think he's going to be gone.
How do I reach these kids?
Okay, I'm going to pull a total Shawn and Dorf and say that if the Patriots make the playoffs, he sticks around one more year. If they fail to make the playoffs,
so you're just making a conditional statement. That's fine.
Yeah. If they fail to make the playoffs,
he's gone.
He's done after this year. He's gonna be like you'll see the writing on the wall that it's over, and that'll be it. Because if the Patriots don't make the playoffs this year, it's over.
How do I reach these?
Kids? And sticking with the whole Bill Belichick thing. Will Matt Patricia end the streak of unsuccessful Belichick head coaching disciples? And I hate saying this because it was Matt Patricia's first win as a head coach in the third game of the season, but it was against his old team. It was on national TV. The Lions looked really, really good last night doing it. Is this it? Is Matt Patricia going to end that streak?
I mean, if this was, to nerd out here for a second, if this was like a Sith master-apprentice relationship here,
yeah, that's fine with
the
me.
apprentice finally took down the master, struck him down. Now, is he taking over? No, but that was a poor attempt at an analogy, and I kind of whiffed on it, but we'll let it go.
Is this that story? And is this that story that Palpatine told Anakin when they're watching that show about the
Well, if you look at kind of any of the lore about the shut up about being a Sith, the whole dynamic is essentially based on the apprentice striking down the master and taking over, and that sort of like power dynamic. That's kind of the whole way the Sith religion, if you want to call it that, is kind of structured. That's just kind of way they do business. Now, that wasn't what I was trying to say. That's what happened last night, but yeah.
I don't know.
If you have to explain an analogy this much, it's probably not a good analogy.
So next week, if Matt Patricia comes out with wearing a hood, we'll know that it has taken place.
Cloak.
Her cloak. Know that
and one of those great John Williams songs playing in the background. Yeah, that would be great. And about 5 football fans would understand the reference, but those who did would just fall over in their seats laughing.
He's a Star Wars fan too.
Is he?
Matt Patricia.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I would assume so based on his background.
He said one of his dream scenarios is just being able to stay home and watch Star Wars all day.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Forgot it was Star Wars related, so I'm kind of disappointed. I forgot what I was going to say here.
Dude.
What?
Lame.
What? Star Wars?
One thing that I'm kind of excited to see this year with the Patriots, because I do believe this is the end of Bill Belichick's era and Tom Brady's. That week 9 you have Brady versus Aaron Rodgers. A good way to go out.
That may end up being a shit game. Like that.
Yeah, because it may be Tom Brady against the fighting Deshaun Kaisers at that point.
I wonder what Bill Belichick disciples there are record-wise against Bill Belichick.
It's bad. I know that. It's really bad.
Because I know Mangini beat him once before.
I think they showed the record during the game yesterday, and I think there's only like 22 meetings, and I think there's like 4 or 5 wins or something like that.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was something like that. I really wouldn't.
It's something crazy.
I really wouldn't. Because you think of some of the teams that they took over here. I mean, Romeo Crennel was in Cleveland for all those years. I think he was in... Was he in Kansas City? Yeah, he was in Kansas City for a little bit, too. Mangini ran the Jets.
Yeah, the Browns briefly.
And the Browns, yeah. These teams have been awful that they've taken over. I mean, Charlie Weiss wasn't in the NFL. Not as a head coach. So I can't imagine it's been really any good. I don't...
Oh, do you have the record?
I do.
Okay,
What is
it?
I got to total it up. I have individual records.
Oh, okay.
But, I mean, I'm guessing it's not good.
It's not as bad as you think.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
They are... The former coaches are 9 and 14.
Oh, that's not bad,
that's
actually.
not, yeah.
That's including the win last night?
Yes. 9 and 14.
Okay.
If you want to go... So Nick Saban against... is apparently a Belichick disciple. 2-2.
When he was coaching the Dolphins?
Yes.
First man is as close as we will.
Hello.
The first man.
Hello, autoplay advertisement. Al Groh, don't remember who that is 2-0 against Belichick.
You know why we don't hear about him anymore?
Because he did.
Yeah.
He got Clinton.
he's gone.
Jim Schwartz is 0-1. Romeo Crennel is 0-1. Eric Mangini is 3-5. McDaniels is 1-0. Bill O'Brien's 0-5, and Patricia's 1-0.
You know why? See, all this is making sense now. You know why Josh McDaniels didn't take that other job? Because if he gets 2-0 on him,
he gets whacked.
Yeah, he's dead.
Some sort of Boston mobster comes and kneecaps him.
Yep. And so, I don't know. Patricia better watch himself, I guess, now.
Well, good thing he's not on the shit. Now he's going to be on the schedule next year because that's just the way the NFL works. Oh, this is a rating success. Let's schedule it again.
So, yeah, I guess better. That could be it for Matt Patricia. Anyways, what else?
My favorite weekly column, by the way, from SB Nation is This Week in Schadenfreude.
This week, what?
Schadenfreude.
What was that?
Self-harming cognitive dissonance.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a column. This week's one was the Tennessee Volunteers have nothing left to burn down.
That's true, though. I mean, I know we're talking about teams that have never, that haven't quite recovered.
Honestly, I don't understand where Tennessee's great reputation. Yeah, you had a nice little run with Peyton Manning, but what have you done?
No, that's fair. That's fair.
And T. Martin, but other than that, like, what have you done?
No, that's fair. Who was that Michigan State wide receiver that came from? Was D'Anthony Arnett?
D'Anthony Arnett never did anything in East Lansing.
Yeah, because didn't you get that special waiver too?
Yeah,
to be like
it's
with
not necessarily special. It happens a lot more in basketball where guys get relocate closer to home and be closer to like sick family members or something.
But that's what happened, though.
Yes, and it was legit that I believe his mother or aunt who was
it was his dad.
And you might be right. A close family member. It's not like your second cousin's sister's dog or something is sick and you got a bullshit waiver.
Nephew's
No, he got
cousin's former roommate.
Did he ever go to the NFL?
Arnett? I don't believe so.
No.
Oh, I still follow him on Twitter, believe it or not. I probably should look it up.
He's probably like a pastor or something like that.
Apparently, he had a camp invite at one point with the Seahawks. Yeah, he was briefly in camp with the Seahawks one year.
All right. Anything else, you guys? Nothing.
It is 6-7. Then Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Pittsburgh Steelers game.
Who scored for Pittsburgh?
Vance McDonald has.
God damn it!
2 receptions, 89
I need
yards.
literally them just to throw to a wideout all night, please.
As Dorf relishes on his fantasy team.
I need like 45 points out of Brown and Smith-Schuster.
Oh, Roethlisberger has a pick. He's not doing it.
Well, catch us again.
Hey, I need a shootout. Shootout works to my advantage.
Nobody cares about your fantasy team anyways.
Let me check the schedule. Next week. Well, Dorf's not going to be here.
Dorf won't be
well,
here.
Dorf might be here.
Might be here remotely.
Dorf might be here remotely.
Dorf might be here from about 2,000 miles, or well, it's only about 1,200 miles away, but Dorf's in Tejas next week for work.
Yes, we've got Major Life is next week, so Dorf may be joining us remotely, but Shawn will be here.
Of course.
Maybe.
No, I will be here.
Okay, Shawn.
We're gonna start calling me part time at this point.
I know. I was gonna say you took over my role.
I know you're not quite to your level of part timeness.
But
we get like once in 9 weeks at one point,
or something like that.
Yeah, not quite there yet.
We'll see some people here next week. It may be all of us. Dorf and
it may only be 2.
Yeah, it may only be 2. We'll see.
We don't want to be old man yells at cloud by himself.
But catch us next time. Catch us next week. So for Dorf, Shawn, I'm Adam. Bye for now, everybody.